Hi everyone, it's Alicia Plosz, Mrs. Curvy Globe, and welcome to Body Confidence, where we learn to appreciate and love and embrace thy beautiful self, whatever that looks like. Happy Wednesday. So I just realized this is my very first IGTV live for Mrs. Globe where my kids are at school. So when we started it was summertime and they weren't here, and really that was the longest March break we've ever had. That's my joke, because we went to March break, we came back to school for a couple of days, and then COVID happened and we were off of school since March. So this is my very first day where both my kids are in school together. So Monday, my daughter went to school, Tuesday, yesterday, my son went to school, and today is their first day where they're both in school together. So my house is very quiet right now, and I don't have to worry about anybody calling me or asking me questions and it's like anything like that. It's kind of funny because it's really quiet and I kind of like it. I'm kind of nervous but excited that they're at school. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling about September? I personally always feel like, for me, September is kind of like a new year. So because it's like a new school year, always we used to get like new clothes and new binders and new books and new pencils, and it was always like a little bit of a new beginning. So for me, it's a new season, it's a new change. And I always found that September for me was a new beginning, more so even than New Year. So for me, I always like to do not a resolution, but like a little bit more of a bigger goal planning and a goal setting for myself personally in September, because for me, it was always like the kickstart to a new year, right? So, yeah, I'm always curious to see how everyone else feels about September. September for me is like a brand new year, even though it's not, because it always, for years and years, it was your brand new school year. And so it feels like a new year for me. And it's like all the exciting new possibilities and new adventures and new beginnings is what it feels like. And turning over a new leaf kind of thing. So how does everyone else feel about September? How are you feeling about back to school and back to getting on to a new schedule and a new routine? Or are you doing that? What is everyone doing? And how is everybody in wherever you're from? So I am in Canada, and I am in the western part of Canada. So for me right now, it's morning. It is still morning time for me. It's 10 a.m. And my guest today is going to be Tatyana Larinovich. And Tatyana, if I said that terribly wrong, please correct it and say it properly when you come on. She's actually from Lithuania, and it'll be evening time for her, about 7 p.m. her time. So when she connects on, I will get her to probably say her last name properly for you. I'm sorry, because I probably said that wrong. So anyway, for her, it's evening time, and I know that her kids went back to school. Yesterday was their first day. So that'll be exciting to hear a little bit about how that went for her, because that is a whole different ball game. School, normally on a good day, back to school is stressful for parents. For kids, it's stressful too, and a little bit exciting. And I know for me, this year was a little bit more stress, a little bit more anxiety, a little bit more decision making than normal. So how does everyone feel about going back to school or back to work or back to whatever you're doing in September? I'm just a little bit curious where you're at. It's a little off topic, but that's just what was on my mind today, because I just realized today is my first day where both my kids are not here in my home. So it's just a little bit different, right? And it's a totally different level of confidence as a parent this year, where you have to make choices that we've never had to make before. So we're just gonna give Tatyana a minute to get on. And then we're going to chat a little bit with her. So Tatyana is Mrs. Globe 2018. I did make an error. I'm sorry, Tatyana. That was 100% me. I put 2017. I'm not sure why, because I know you're the 2018 queen, because when I went to China and competed as Mrs. Great North, I was Mrs. Alberta and then Mrs. Great North 2018, and you were Mrs. Globe 2018. So I'm not sure. So Tatyana, I'm not sure why we're having a little bit of a difficulty getting on. So if you want to just try go off with Mrs. Globe and then jump back on, we will for sure try that one more time. It could just be the internet here. It could be internet your way. It could be something. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
I love it. Bam, right there, your crown. That was my favorite.
Thank you. How are you?
How's your day? I'm good. I'm good. How's your day?
Yeah, I'm okay also. My one son is on. Great. Everything is
Yeah. School.
great. Just
And
coming
how was
back
your?
to school. Yeah, I feel like here too.
And today was your second day of school or first day
Yeah.
of school? Second day. And how did it go?
Great. They're happy for now. I don't know what will happen after 1, 2, 3 months, but now they're happy to come back after 6
Yeah.
months at home.
It was a long break, right?
True.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. I'm excited and I'm nervous. And as a parent, you want them to go back and have all the experiences because high school is where you or school, and my kids are high school, but school is where you learn how to deal with difficult situations and where you make friends. And there's things that I can't teach them. So I want them to go and have those experiences, but I'm nervous.
Their community, they can learn different things that they learn at home. We have to teach them one things, but school teach them another things.
Exactly right. Yeah. And it's a different level right now. It's a different level of anxiety, stress as a parent, I think. Right? Yeah. So, how are you? How are you
I'm
as
great.
you're great. Did you work today? Did you go to work today at your store?
Yeah, I've been on my work today. I have some clients. Uh, yeah, weddings are open. I have a wedding store, wedding dresses store, and yeah, in the beginning of summer, government decided to open weddings like a private event.
Yep.
First, it was until 30 persons in an event, but now they can do until 100.
Yep. Same as here. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite normal now. It's okay. It's still mask time. We need to wear a mask everywhere,
Yep.
but it's moving. Everything is
Yeah.
moving.
Which is good. That's, you know what, wearing a mask, as long as we can still get out of our houses, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I said it better to wear a mask than to sit at home and to not see my friends, family for 6 months.
Exactly right. I feel the same way. So I met you when you were the reigning Mrs. Globe. So that's when I first met you. So that was nice. I apologize on the promo card. That was my fault. I put 2017, and I did know you were
Uh,
18.
it was in the end of 17, but the title is the 18. It's always like the year forward.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I just typed it, and then I was like, when you said that, I'm like,
Okay, we say hello to Anna Kuznetsova who won 17.
yeah. So she's probably like, that's my year. Yeah, sorry. So you have been in pageants for a long time. You started pageants when you were a child, when you were a teenager.
Yes, I started my pageant from 16 or 17, and it was a Miss pageant of my city, and it was like a joke. Like we decided with a friend to see how it works, so we
Yeah.
went on third place. So that was exciting news for my family that I'm going to continue pageants, but but it's happened.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then and from your pageant, you did your pageant, and then you got scouted from a modeling agency.
Yeah, after a few pageants, one model agent from Paris saw me and from Moscow because I was born in a small city, okay, small Russian city, 1 million people. Yes, but it's not Moscow, it's not the capital. And
Right.
so I went to work to Moscow and then made my visa and went to France
Hmm.
for a few months. But then I came back because I was studying already in university. And okay, I had a lot of job, but I wanted to study at university. So one day when the agency said, no, you can't go, I bought a ticket and fly back from France to Russia to make my exam at university.
You're just like, I'm going home. Yeah.
It was time for my exams. I said to them that I can do from this month to this month, then I have to go home to do exams and I will come back. And they went, no, 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 you have so much work. And of course, I understand they have money from my job, but I don't care. I'm a person that if I decide to do that, I have to do that.
Right. Yeah, that's good. That's good that you stuck to it and you got your university degree. So that's great, right?
Yeah. I master's politics and history. So
Okay.
yeah, I had a job in Perm, but then I met my husband and went from Russia to somewhere, to nowhere, because we were traveling for 10 years around the world, mostly in Europe, in different cities, different houses, and finally we built our home in Lithuania and went back here.
And so where is your husband from originally?
He is originally from Lithuania, but
Oh.
his came to, okay, his father was born in Lithuania, but he's Polish. And his mother was born in Belarusia. But she's Polish too. So like blood is Polish, but he was born in Lithuania. He never been, like he been in Poland, but like a tourist. He can
Right.
speak Polish because of his grandmother. Grandmother, she already died, but before they were speaking at home just in Polish. But he finished Russian schools, and he was born in Lithuania. Of course, he speaks Lithuanian, and he feels Lithuanian. So
Right. That's so cool. So when you were young, you were always very tall, very skinny, very thin. And then you Pat, we were talking about this the other day, and you said you didn't really feel confident as a little kid, but then as you got older, as a teenager, you felt more confident. Pageants helped you, and then modeling helped you to feel more confident. And
true.
then every age we feel different. We feel different body type. And then you had babies, and after you had your babies, your body changed again. So
Yes,
you were still thin, but
but you
everything was
one moment I was not thin. I'm gained 25 kilos when I was pregnant with second baby, and it was terrible. I have no any pictures since 6 months of pregnancy. It was crazy, like crazy.
because your confidence changes, right? It's not you
Yeah,
don't feel like yourself.
no, I didn't feel like myself because everybody, like everything, not just the body, face changed. So I didn't feel myself when I looked in the mirror. So it was difficult, but then I came back to my body again.
But when we were talking, you were saying too that even though you were thin, everything was in a different position. So you were still thin, but your body was not the same as it was. It changes, right?
It changes, and of course, I will never have a body that I have at 18 or 19 years old,
Right.
because it's normal. It's like a process for every woman who has kids. That I'm in the same kilos like before, um, but everything's changed. You know, the skin changed.
Mm-hmm.
Found a way how to feel confident. Find your dress and feel confident with it.
Right. You were saying, we were talking about how even though your body is the same size, you're not the same shape. So you
True.
have to find how to dress. You changed how to dress. So to make yourself feel comfortable, you changed your style. You had to
Yes.
find a new style. Yeah. I love that because it's true. Like, even though you can feel, people will look at you and think you're the most beautiful because you're very beautiful. And you are a world, like even before Mrs. Globe, you were a top 10 world title holder for Mrs. Russia World, right? Mrs. World Russia?
I won Miss Russia in 2004, and I've been in top 10 in Miss World 2004.
Mm-hmm. So you've
Yeah.
been like you've been a world title holder,
Mm-hmm.
and you're also in the spotlight a lot for your husband's career as well, red carpets and a lot of galas, and you're in the spotlight a lot. And so you are put in front of the camera a lot, and it's hard. It's hard on you, especially like you said, where you don't feel comfortable in front of the camera after having babies, especially when you are put in a position where you are meant to be in front of the camera a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard on you mentally and emotionally as well, right?
The most crazy and the most scary thing for me on Mrs. Globe, it was a bikini competition. Of course, I understood that I'm skinny and nobody can see anything, but still, after kids, I want to cover my belly, for example. And also, my husband said that for woman who has babies, it's kind of beauty to cover a little bit more than for 18, 19 years old girls.
Right. It's true. A little bit more modest is a little bit sexier in a way. Does that make sense? Yeah, leave a little bit more to the imagination. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, right? I agree. I agree with you on that. I feel also too, like we were talking about how in a bikini, it doesn't cover a lot. You can't hide behind it, but you can find one that will suit your body type.
That's true.
So in your job, you dress women for a living, so you put them in dresses. And when we were talking, you had said this, and I thought this was so perfect. I just wanted to quote you on it. You said, there's not a body for every dress, but there's a dress for every body. And I loved that.
Yes, that's sometimes girls doesn't know about it, and they are looking for a dress that looks great on the model on the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But understand that models are all like 36 size. They are even size or 2 sizes thinner than me. So and camera always doing bigger everything. So they look like if I will wear this dress, I will look beautiful. No, you have to find your dress. For example, if you have no hips, you have to find the dress like A form.
Mm-hmm. A-line, yep.
A-line, and like if you are very skinny, the mermaid dress is not for you
Because it doesn't no shape.
No shape at all. So there are many things that you have to know when you are working with the girls, especially. And if girl ask me, can you help me? Of course I can help you.
Right, you need to dress. So you have to dress for your body type, and it's hard. It is really hard to compare yourself to a picture as well, because a picture is one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Right. So you look at a picture and you say, "Oh, I want to look like this," but you don't look like that.
Which dress you want to buy? You want to buy a dress for a picture, or you want to buy the dress to feel comfortable and confident in it?
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, it's more important to have beautiful pictures. Then it's another story. But I have to ask many questions before we found the dress.
Yeah, you got to find what works for them. Yeah, and sometimes you have to have a conversation before you get them into the fitting room. It's true. It's very true. So for you, do you feel like your idea of beauty has changed as you've gotten older?
What do you mean?
So when you were younger, did you think this was beautiful, like a specific look? And now as you've gotten older, do you find that your beauty has gotten bigger? Like what you see as beautiful is different than when you were younger?
Okay.
Perspective-wise. So when I was younger, I always wanted to be a certain size and this is all I wanted. And now I'm way more confident. And so I feel like when I look around, I see my vision of beauty is different. So how I see myself is different too, right? Do you feel the same as you've gotten older?
Even though I'm looking on my pictures when I was 17, 18, and I'm thinking, oh my God, the all my vision of beauty was not the right position, because I wanted to look older, and I was looking older. Like you can see a woman when I was 17, and you can see a girl when I was 28.
Right. Because we try to look older, more mature, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We are always, it's so funny how we always, as women, we're always not happy with where we are, right? And then hindsight, we look back and we're like, oh, like when I was 20, I was like right around the time I had my son, I was like probably this like roughly the same size I am now, and I thought I was so fat and I was so unhappy. And then I'm like, I wish I had that. You know, I think back, I'm like everything was so tight and nice, and now I'm like, right?
Yeah.
But when we have it, we don't appreciate it.
Yes.
And now that we're older and
Yeah.
we lived a little bit more,
Yeah, that's true.
right? Yeah, it
We
makes a difference.
never even seen on that see those things before,
Right.
and you are like respecting many things that you never see before.
Right. It's experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Older, you know. That's why.
It's true. It's true. It's true. We don't appreciate it. And I know my daughter's 15, and I was talking to her. School started yesterday, and I was trying to like talk to her, but they don't get it and they don't want to hear it. And I'm like, well, do this because I think you'll like this. And she's like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay. I've never gone to school. I've, you know, yes, it's a little bit different, but it's still the same basic. But it's funny. You try and teach them a little bit, but they don't want to hear it. It's funny. I was probably the exact same way to my mom. But okay, so I have a question. So when we were talking the other day, you said that you, after having kids, you were feeling less confident with your body, and then you got a Facebook message from somebody that I'm not sure, some person had referred you for Mrs. Globe, and you were excited because it was something for you, a goal for yourself, a challenge for you, a new beginning. And it kind of fitting because I was talking this morning about September being a new beginning. And sometimes as a mom, we forget that we are people too, right? And that we need to have a goal. And that even for you, like for you, it was a goal for your body to be on stage, to feel beautiful, to feel confident, and to just be about you. Do you feel that Mrs. Globe helped you to be more confident and regain some personal power back?
For sure. First of all, I lost 4 kilos before preparing to the pageant, and I needed that. I wanted to come back to my weight before kids, because I know that stage doing bigger our bodies, and it's just emotional thing for myself to feel comfortable on stage. So it was a long way to prepare myself and body. And even though I do not like sports, I like to watch sports, but I did sports like 4 months before pageant every day. And I saw difference. I saw, of course, the body change when you do sport. And
Yeah.
of course, difficult to find time for it, especially when you have 3 kids and sportsman at home who is never at home. He's
Busy.
and it was okay. After pageant, I just wanted to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're
But
tired. It's a lot. Yeah.
yeah, but okay, my goal was done. I did it. So
And you did. You won. So you
yeah.
did exactly what you set out to do. Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome. So for you, did you started your wedding business after Mrs. Globe? Was that in the works before Mrs. Globe or no?
No, actually, I was working like a makeup artist because
Mm-hmm.
getting older, and I understood that I have time for myself, and I had to do something to progress myself, to develop myself. And after the pageant, okay, the pageant, first of all, give you an opportunity to know many different people. So one of the sites were evening gowns. So I needed to find the evening gowns for the pageant. So I found a very nice woman who helped me with the, I helped her many years ago to make a promotion for her wedding store.
Yeah.
And they helped me with the dresses on the pageants. And we started to communicate every day. And she said, okay, the beauty site over, we have to work. And she said that we have to do one more store in Vilnius. Her store is in another city. And yes, of course, it's just because during the pageant I understood that if you want, you can find the time to do many things and to do many changes in your life. So, and now it's very successfully, you know, it's I found time for my kids, I found time for my husband, and we are all happy. We have everybody has their own time. We are trying to not control every minute each other. And yeah, it's the kind of not body confidence but psychology confidence.
Yeah, it's funny because, well, I feel like they go hand in hand, because when you feel confident with yourself, doesn't matter if it's physically and mentally, emotionally, when you're a little bit more emotionally healthy and mentally stable, then everything aligns. So I feel that when you were needing something more came to you. And when that came to you, Mrs. Glow, in that path you found this woman, and in that path you found this, and everything will align, right? And so we were talking about last week when Dr. Tracy was about manifesting, and so things that you were creating. So you are helping other women to feel more body confident. And so you're helping other women dress and feel beautiful, and you needed to help yourself feel beautiful. And so you did through that, and now you're giving it back. And I think it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that is a beautiful thing. And body confidence and being confident and being self-aware, it's not just, oh, I lost weight, or, oh, I did this. It's just being okay with who you are, where you are.
Oh.
And as a mom, we lots of times just put ourselves behind because we have everybody else to worry about, and having a goal for yourself is important. And I think when you chose to do Mrs. Globe, you remembered that you are still a person, and so it reminded you needed to have a goal. And so coming off of the stage, you want another goal, and so having the wedding dress store just re-evaluated that for you. So it's perfect. And now you're just helping other women to create a confident, beautiful platform for them to shine, which is a wedding dress or a formal gown or something that's going to make them feel beautiful. And that's perfect. It's exactly how, like, it's great. And I think I've met you in person a couple of times, but you're very kind and loving and very warm. And I think it's great that you're sharing it. Like the very first time you came to my hotel room door when I was in China, and you're like, oh my God, so beautiful. Why aren't you competing again? That was the first thing you said to me, just automatic kindness. And I think you just, like, came off of a 13-hour flight, and I was tired. It just lifted me right up, and it was awesome. I think that's something that it's a gift you have that you could just share with everybody, and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, that's great. So I have one more question. So if you could share a message on confidence that somebody could take with them, what would it be? Like how can I word this? Something on how they can love themselves more. Something you do, or something that you say to yourself that somebody else might feel empowered by.
Actually, I think if somebody doesn't feel confident in anything in their life, bodies, psychology or something, first of all, never stop learning. Find a way to learn every day, to find courses, lessons, I don't know, university, any kind of psychology courses on the internet. It's so easy for now, and find positive things in you. For sure, everybody has something positive in their lives, and start from this. Start from yourself. Sometimes, for example, it's really simple example. When you are in the store and women who is selling the products are angry, is angry at you, maybe because she is late to go home or something, and you have to buy things. Just say thank you to her because she's still working, even though she's angry, and smile. You will see the changes that she will do. She will smile to you. It's really changed the situation. So start from this, and you will find a way to be happy, to be confident. That's it. It's very simple things, but sometimes to do it, it's very difficult.
Just be kind and choose to be happy and positive, right? I like that. That's exactly right. Perfect. So is there an Instagram link to your store? Do you have an Instagram page for your store?
Yes, I have. I have
Okay.
a Instagram page. It's called D-Dress Vilnius.
Okay. Perfect. So after we're done on the show, can you put your personal link and the link to your store in so people that might be interested in checking it out can follow it in the Instagram page? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. And then any other links that you have, if you will have a website or anything you want to share, put it in the comments, and then anybody that wants to go check it out can.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much for coming on today. I loved seeing your face. It was great. I appreciate you. Enjoy your first week of school with your kids. And back to September and back. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
you can follow me. Everybody who's watching can follow us at Mrs. Globe here at mrscurvey.globe or me at Alicia Plosz. And thank you so much. You're beautiful, brilliant, and brave. You can do anything you want. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Tatyana. Have a great day.
Bye.